Hey, it's Heidi McGurk with Heidi Rain Coaching. Welcome home. If it's your first time joining me, I help people fix their dysfunctional relationships. Here's the thing. You can have absolutely everything that you want in your life. You can have a certain level of success. You can have the stuff and the things. But if you don't have the one thing that matters most, your sanity and your peace of mind, and feeling like you're loved and respected, then you don't feel like you have anything, right? And today, in this series that I'm doing is especially for people who really take dysfunction to a new level because they are in a relationship with an addict or an alcoholic. There is nothing more dysfunctional. Maybe it's your son or your daughter. Maybe it's your husband or your wife or your partner or your friend, even your employee who you really value and you're thinking, how in the heck am I going to help this person? Look, I don't make videos for people who've given up and checked out, right? Well, just turn your back. Just, give up. Just go do you, boo, right? Until you just move on with your life. Those aren't my people. My people are the people who never give up hope. My people are the people who will walk through fire to help. But they're on the brink. Some of them are on the brink of divorce. They've been married for 20 years, right? There's a lot at stake, right? But they want to give one more opportunity to see, can this relationship be saved? Can I help my loved one? And parents that will never turn their backs. There's always hope, right? There's always one more opportunity. So I don't give the advice. Even in fact, when we go through this training, you might see detach here. It's not what you think. Go back and watch video 1. It's not about taking love away, okay? Go back and see what this one's about. There's 6 of these in this series. Why? I am passionate about helping you navigate this landmine. It feels like you're in a war without weapons. You lay up at night. You rack your, I could cry. I understand, right? You rack your brain. You think, how can I, because what's at stake here? Their lives, your marriage, your children, your sanity, your peace, your happiness, everything is on the brink. There's lots of places for people to go for help. There's treatment centers every 5 miles, okay? There's not a lot of help for? People like you, families to go. Now, there's some groups, but you know what? The truth is, most of my clients do not feel comfortable walking into a meeting and singing from the rooftops what's going on. Most of my clients are more private. They feel like they can't tell their friends what's going on. In fact, they're kind of pretending and putting on a happy face, and nobody really knows what they're dealing with behind closed doors. The stigma is real. I'm not going to encourage you to get out there and get over that. I'm going to tell you, come to the vault. Let me equip you with the strategies, tools, information, education that you need to navigate this. All right? How do I know? I spent 7 years inside of a drug and alcohol treatment center. Not only did I overcome my own challenges with alcohol, I also had an alcoholic father. And I started working inside of a treatment center, world class, part of an elite clinical team where I served thousands of people in recovery day in and day out with this education, information, teaching healthy relationships, self-esteem, creating a life worth being sober for. And I created and facilitated the world-class family program for 5 years where hundreds of families came through and got equipped and empowered with the information they needed to navigate this. And I want the same for you, right? Now I've come out, I've taken it on the road, right? Because there's millions of people all around the world Googling, what's Ativan? How do I detox somebody, but going off half-cocked, not having the information that they need to really survive and navigate. My families get what they need in order to either heal and fix the challenges that they're having or get the information they need to feel really good about the decisions that they're making. All right. So let's move on today. Hey, by the way, if you want to go deeper and you want to really have the vault and have somewhere to come to get the strategies and information, education you need, go to lovecoachheidi.com. Why? Love heals all. Go to lovecoachheidi.com and send me a message and I can talk about how to help your family. Okay. So this is one of my favorite points here. We've already talked, there's 6 of these, so go back and find the one that maybe you missed. But in our training today, I've done these in bite-sized pieces, right? Because you don't have a lot of time, you're busy. Maybe you're gonna binge watch though. Go back and watch the other ones. They're all excellent, okay? Very helpful. But for identity. This one is the one that really is hits closest to home. So one of the things that really stood out about being in the treatment center is when the families would come in for the program, the wives, would sit, or the moms, and say, all right, so when they come out of treatment, I'm going to get the drug kit. I'm going to get the testing kit, and I'm going to test them, and then I'm going to drive them to their meetings. And if they want to drink or use drugs, I'm just going to be available to talk with them. I'm going to help them process it. And what's the best way to, like, what is the best drug kit? And because really what they're doing is they're acting as a life coach, a sober coach, a halfway house, a treatment center, a sponsor, a drug and tester. They're acting as all these different people. And you know what they're not acting as? Wife, mother, brother, father, son, friend. They're not acting partner as the people, the role they signed up for, and they're in over their head. And maybe you can relate. Maybe you've tried to be a sponsor, a life coach, a therapist, a halfway house, and you've tried to be a treatment center, you've detoxed people, you've doled out the medications, you've done everything that you feel like and maybe you're like thinking, you're pretty good, man. You've been studying this for a long time. But even if you are a world-class therapist or a drug and alcohol counselor, now you can become one, right? You're still unqualified. Why? Because you're too close to the situation. And you and I both know, you could tell your loved one something 55,000 times, and somebody else could say it to them, and they'll be like, oh my God, that's genius. And you're like racking your brain. I'm like, I've been saying that to you forever, but why? They can't hear it from you. So the role that you've been in has really been ineffective. It's time to decide who you want to be in this person's life. So let's say you just say, well, Heidi, I want to be a mother. But what does a mother do? Well, this is what you and I have to decide together, right? What do you believe in as a mother? Not what do you think is going to work, right? That's the question you've been asking yourself for a long time. What is going to work? What's going to be the best way to get it? And I'll give you all that. I'll tell you what works and what doesn't work when we work together. I'll give you all this. I'll lay it all on the line for you. But at the end of the day, the most important question you're going to discover is, what do you believe in? What do you believe in? I know that you have not been doing what you believe in, because when you do the things you have been doing, you have a pit in your stomach when you do them. You have this little knot, and you're like full of, anxiety, and going in, it's probably not the right thing, but you do it because you don't want to hear the wrath. You don't want to subject yourself to the screaming and the yelling and the blow-ups, and you feel like if you don't do it, if you don't drive them to get what they need, if you don't give that money, if you don't give them the place to stay, that something really bad's going to happen, right? So you're going against what you believe in to not rock the boat. Even in your marriage with your husband or your wife, you know what's best, but you feel like you don't want to call it out because you don't want to make it worse. You don't want to bring attention to the kids. But let me tell you, the kids already know. Look, here's the truth. Every single person in your family is affected and impacted. And you've been spending all your energy and time trying to get this loved one better, right? Being the coach, being the therapist, being the sponsor. What's happening to you? What's happening to your life behind the scenes? Socially, you're paying the price, right? Your friends, you cannot talk about it. Financially, you're paying the price. Maybe you're losing lots of money, right? You don't know what's going on with your finances, right? You're about to mortgage your house to send them back and to do what you need to do, right? You're losing it, right? Psychologically, you feel crazy. You're like, am I crazy? It's this addiction makes you feel crazy. Emotionally, all you feel on a regular basis is anxious, depressed, isolated, alone, resentful, rage, hopelessness, despair. Spiritually, the only time you pray is when you pray about your loved one. Look, it's impacting every single area of your life. And I know all your focus and attention has been on getting your loved one better. And that's why you're watching these videos, because you want to know what to do. I'm going to help you. Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what works and what doesn't work when you're trying to get somebody better. But more importantly, I'm going to give you the help and support. Oh my God, the love, the help, and the support that you need to navigate this freaking landmine. Okay, this war that you're in. It's serious, not only for them, but for you too. And you know this because I'm singing your song, right? It's time for you to reach out, to feel safe enough, a safe place to go where you can come and share what's happening in your family dynamic without feeling like you're putting your stuff on blast, without feeling like you're going to be judged or rejected or criticized, or shame, feeling ashamed about what's happening. I want to be the vault. I want to be the safe place you come. And I'm uniquely qualified to help you. I've had radical, amazing results with the thousands of people that I've guided over the last several years. Let me help you too. Go to lovecoachheidi.com and keep watching these videos, all right? Because they're here to help you, and they will help you, but you maybe have to listen to them more than once and go back in and let it seep in and ask yourself, how can I apply this today, right? How can I choose to be a wife today? And if I was a wife or a mother, what do I believe in instead of what do I think is going to work, all right? What kind of relationship do I want, right? Well, that's a question you haven't asked yourself in a long time. What do you want? Holy hell, right? Let me help you. lovecoachheidi.com. I'll see you in another video. Take excellent care. Bye-bye.